Get that this year.
Yeah.
Of course, you've been like everywhere, and I've been like nowhere. So, because I shouldn't judge you too harshly. Hey, everybody, I think we're live. Hey, guys, sorry, we're talking about states we've cashed in. Sorry, guys. Welcome to the show. Wednesday night, Casher Coffee. Guess what? It's applicable that we can talk about this because it's a Casher Coffee. Chad, I have my coffee. Do you have your coffee?
I've got my coffee.
Okay, I was like, you always drink coffee on Casher Coffee.
Always.
I usually have the booze, but tonight I actually have coffee. Hey, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
before we start the show, me and Toby won a championship the other night.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, Toby won. We won. How about
Sweet.
that? That's pretty sweet, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So now, Shane's already gotten me a championship. Now Toby finally, at 16 years old, gets me a championship as a
That's
coach.
sweet.
Yeah, it was kind of nice. I was kind of excited. I didn't think we were gonna win, but we wound up winning. Toby's a good boy. So. All right, guys, cash your coffee tonight. Keep us call 808-468-7924. Chelsea Brown will be here. She's picking up our son. She'll be here. He's picking him up at 8:30, so she'll be back in about 10, 15 minutes. So there's the 8:30 alarm. So, all right, Chad, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name's Scott Burks. We will have short and manning the phones. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Yes, 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's that time again, so get your coffee and get ready.
That's right, guys. It's episode 681, recorded live on September 1st, 2021. This is September Cash Your Coffee, Chad. Phone lines are open. Call 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. Hey, Chad.
Uh-huh.
Where's Jessie?
I don't know. She must be out on assignment or something.
No, she'll be here. She's be back. So, Chad, we got to talk about Patreon before we get this show started, guys. It's Cash Your Coffee. Give us a call, whatever you want to talk about. Patreon, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of money. Cost a lot of money to make this show work good. A lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. So there's two ways you can help us out, guys. You can go to PayPal, paypal.me, paypal.me/the Geocaching Podcast. Make a one-time donation. We'd really appreciate it. Go straight to the bells or Chad.
Mm-hmm.
You become a patron of this show. Patron.
Oh, yeah.
You get all the perks. You get extra audio, extra video, only available to our patron members. And there's a lot. Every video chat, I think I got the next 3 weeks covered and many more coming. I've been only locked in the next 3 weeks. What did we do? We just had the one where we and you met was just on.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was last weekend's or the weekends before. I can't remember. But the video of me and Chad meeting in person for the first time on Patreon. It was adorable. It was. Chad gave me a big hug and a kiss. It was very sweet. It was touching.
What slobbery one?
And extra audio, extra video, only available to our patron members. You get patron only shows. You get end of the year patron giveaways. We have path tags and we have stickers and we have geocoins, a few left for patrons. A lot of good stuff, guys. Just so much good stuff on the other side of the paywall. You will love it. Help us out. Join Patreon. Go to patreon.com, patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine Right in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cash than do cash maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's logwerk.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hands-on tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
Chad, and by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Me Gone soap, Itch Spray, and 2 cent choices of bug spray, all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA,
Hello.
America. And we
America.
always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And by Art Ed Crafted. Art Ed Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group, with adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design, you can't find it, you've come to the right place. Please give us the opportunity to show you how we can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCARFTED.com.
And finally, by pattags.com. For all your swag and pattag needs, visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 42,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or
in our show notes.
Our show notes.
Yes.
I think Jesse just walked by me.
I saw someone walk in the background while I was reading, but I couldn't take my eyes off what I was reading.
Well, it was Cam, but it was also Jesse. Jesse's also back there. Guys, you want to talk to us? Give us a call, 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Cash your coffee tonight, guys. But first, Chad, the listener race. The listener race, Chad. You ready for these updates, Chad?
Yes.
All right, we got Gingerbread Geocache Tag at 18,000. Blaze on Signal, 16,000. Beaver Bob, 13,000. Lily Lou's 13's Racing Frog, 13,000. Racer Tongue 8 at 13,000. Yeah, those guys are right on top of each other. These boots are made for caching. They're at 7,500. Holly the Fuggler, 6,600. I Met Signal Tag 20 years at 6,400. Idaho Dasher 5,000. And Buzz to the Rescue at 5,200. That's our top 10, Chad.
Wow. Mine got some movement in. Mine got 1,500 miles over the last week. It's up to 3,000 now. 3,000.
Look at you, dude. You're gonna creep into the. Look at you.
Creep into the bottom 10 or the bottom end of the top 10.
All it takes is one good trip, Chad. Just one good trip.
Yeah.
And you got it. So have you checked at all what's going on with ours? Are ours still the stagnant? I haven't seen mine has been touched in forever. Stagnant wise. I think they're stagnant.
I think mine has been sitting there in West Lafayette, Indiana, at the Battle of Tippecanoe for a couple months now, just sitting there.
What are you kidding?
It's like,
I don't know. Oh, it's just.
I mean, it was there when we went to Midwest Geobash. So.
And you didn't go get it? It was that close.
I didn't go get it.
Well,
of course I can't cheat. I'll get disqualified.
You could have brought it back to California with you. Wouldn't that be fun?
No,
that'd be fun,
man. So you mentioned something before the show here about our online profile here.
Yes,
and I had to check in every single thing in that profile. Well, everything but one item in that profile needed significant updates.
Really?
Yeah. So I went ahead and I've got a list of things for the editor to go.
What he's talking
update
about,
on
guys,
the
talking about
profile.
the Geocaching Podcast website. You go to the subs and you go to the About the Team or whatever it's called. And Chad's stats that he has on the site probably haven't been updated in 2 years. And I was giving him grief because he says the best day he's had is a 12 icon day. I said, no. You have a 15 icon day now.
Mm-hmm.
And
So got more states, got more icons in a day, got a lot more caches in a day. That tripled that number. Increased the number, the distance that I've traveled for caching by another 2.5x around the world.
Wow.
And attended three more megas and 50 more events.
50? Is that what you said?
50 more events, yeah.
Ooh.
So
Yeah. So I get an email from Jesse. No, I think it was a text. No, I think it was you. Was it you who said it? I can't remember. Somebody sent it to me. Said, "Oh my God, the grab bags are back." Did you see this, Chad?
no, wasn't me.
It wasn't you. So maybe it was Jesse then. Somebody said the grab. No, maybe it was a listener. That I don't remember. I can't keep it straight. So somebody said the grab bags are back, and Casper, who's about to come on right now. Hi, Jess.
Hey guys.
Hi, you're looking a little white there.
Sorry I'm late.
A little peaked. Yeah. Did you fix the lighting?
No, I didn't do anything. I just have the lights on ahead above me.
So we're talking about the grab bags.
Yes.
So where did we hear that? Did our listeners send it to us, or did you see it? How did we get that?
What?
How did we find out about it?
About the grab bags?
Yes.
Geocaching.com sent an email.
Okay, so it was okay. So what time did the email get sent? Do you know?
Today?
Yeah.
11 o'clock.
11 o'clock, Chad. We got an email saying the grab bags are back.
Yeah.
It must have went to my spam folder or something. Promotions
Mine came in at
folder.
like 11:09. I think I checked.
Well, don't worry about it, because by 6 o'clock, Chad, they're gone.
They're gone.
But no worries, because if you're curious what was in it, on Patreon, Jesse and I did an unboxing on Patreon, or an unbagging, I guess, if you will. Just last week or the week before, we did an unbagging of. It was actually good. It was good stuff.
Oh yeah.
A spoiler alert, but it was good stuff. Yeah, I was quite impressed with it. So yeah, the grab bags have come and gone, guys. I hope some of you guys got them, because there's some good stuff in it. I'm not gonna lie. It was it's better than what they've put out in the past year. I would say better.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it was
There
definitely
were a
worth
couple
it.
of surprises in there.
Yeah, it was worth the $20. Jess agreed.
Oh, sure, definitely.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my 3 coins from Jersey. And I need to follow up on that.
From what's his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Where's my coins?
Yeah, where are your coins? That's taking a while, isn't it? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's, because I know a lot of people ordered coins. I wonder if anybody got their coins, or just you.
I believe Jim got his. So
You didn't get yours. That's fantastic. Chad.
Jim messaged me over a week ago. So he got his. So
How long ago did he get his? Like months ago, or like recently?
no, just a little over a week ago.
Oh, okay. So yours could still be in the mail.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's good. Oh, Mike T says we got ours a week ago. Oh, Chad.
I must be on the anti-priority list.
That's right. You are not on the priority list. You're on the whenever they get around to it list.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, so let's start the show. Cash or coffee? Anybody want to give us a call? 808-468-7924. We can talk about whatever you want. Chad, what do you got to talk about? I have got, for the record,
okay.
I have a ton of emails. You guys have this flooded us with emails. I saved them all for Cash or Coffee. Some of them are a little old, a couple of weeks old. I apologize. I did get them. And so we're going to read them and answer them tonight. So go ahead, Chad. What do you got?
Well, we got a new country added, and this time I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you know what country got added to the souvenirs list?
Ecuador.
Ecuador. Okay, so you must have read that. You must have read the show notes ahead of time. So, yes, folks.
Yeah.
Ecuador is now on the map.
I can't believe every time a new one comes out, I'm like, I can't believe it wasn't on the map yet. Ecuador
Yes.
wasn't on the map yet.
It wasn't. Shock. So that was a quick one.
Yes. Anything else?
Sure. There's a new Geo Tour that's going to be launched sometime in September of this year. So it was scheduled to be a little bit earlier, but it was pushed back as the launch of the Landsat 9 satellite was pushed back. It's a Earth observation satellite with a land imager and a thermal imager. By the way, the Landsat program's been ongoing since 1972. And the Geo Tour will be in Lompoc, California, which is just outside of Vandenberg Air Force Base. So just up the coast from LA. And when that finally launches, they're going to release the geocaching tour in the area. So I think that it'll be California's only active Geo Tour. I don't know if California has had a Geo Tour before this, but they don't have any active ones right now, and this will be the only active one at the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, GSM times 2 says it's the 19th. Is that what you said? September 19th.
Oh, they announced it today. Okay, so the 19th, September 19th.
The 19th.
Yep.
I can't believe California's never had a Geo Tour. Is that right?
They may have had one, but they don't have any active ones right now. It sounds like they had one in Southern California, but it's not an active one.
Okay. Jim RKY says, don't forget Jackson County Agro-Tourism Geo Trail in Georgia this Sunday. And the maze too. Oh, and COVID.
Yes.
So have a good time.
And they put out a bunch of puzzle cache or challenge caches and puzzle caches out there, and a 9x9 a DT grid.
Oh, really?
Of puzzles there in Athens, just outside of Athens, Georgia, for the mega. So I need to go and solve those.
Yeah, there's a trail out here somewhere. Jesse, do you remember where the trail was? That's the DT grid trail, where it gives you you completely fill your the whole grid on one
I
trail.
want to say either Iowa or South Dakota, one of those. And then they did they started putting them out with like the different icons. I know there was a Where I Go one, and there might have been a puzzle one, but I know there were a couple different iterations of it.
Yeah, I'm one away from a 4 times the DT grid, and 5 away from 5 times.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
and I might manage to get to 6 times. So with going caching, I might be able to get to 6 time if we go down and do this DT grid puzzles.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool. Those are cool. I've never done one of those. I'd love to.
Since I'm the planner, I mean, they don't have much choice in the matter.
Right? Yeah.
Right.
Right. They want you to plan. You're going to figure it out. Yeah,
exactly.
I agree. Okay. Jess, you have anything to talk about tonight?
I didn't add anything specifically other than answering some of the emails that we've been collecting.
All right, then let's answer some of the emails we've been collecting. I got one here from Team Demp. Team Demp, thanks for writing in. They says, Team Demp here. I was listening to podcasts on my way to and from the New Jersey mega event this past weekend. It just shows you how old this email is. And I recall Jessie indicated her GC8 Neat or GC8 Frog location list was showing as being in Washington State. What she can do to air quote fix that is to set the corrected coordinates to the actual location she was at when logging the cache. Most reporting will take the corrected coordinates and count it for the appropriate county, state, or country she was in when it was logged. Jesse, did you try this?
I did. So I looked at it a little bit closer, and it doesn't show up in your state find. So like Scott, it shows he does not have Washington State.
Washington. Yes.
The
But
only
I did
place
log
that
that cache, but I
correct,
preface
correct,
it
a
with
couple
that.
of times, both
Yes.
of them, the GC8 Neat and the GC Frog.
Right.
But where it does show up is on one specific geochecker that I am running that for a challenge that I'm working on, where you have to find a certain number of states in a certain amount of time, and it shows that I have Washington for this year. And I did go back, although maybe it hasn't had enough time to like
Propagate. That's right.
repropagate. But I did do it a few hours ago. I went in and updated both of those to the location that I was where I logged it, and it's still showing on that particular checker. It's still showing Washington. So I'll try again tomorrow and see if it maybe updates.
Yeah, maybe it'll update. Chad, what do you think? Do you think that'll work?
I think it'll update. I mean, I had it do a similar thing with me with the Corps of Engineers, which was a traveling cache, and so I mistakenly had, I think, Montana or something at a time that I hadn't cached in Montana. Of course, now I've got it, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, it's like that's something that if it changes, I think it takes a while for in their system to propagate, but then it'll get corrected in their database.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, Jess.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not showing that I have that state as a find in my overall stats. It's just in the checker that it's showing it, and I don't know how that checker is written. That maybe it's looking. I don't know if it's looking at corrected, if it's looking at original, or I have no idea. So
well, no, I mean, I didn't correct mine, and it's not showing me as having.
No. But when I run that checker on you, it does. It's just that geochecker, right? But it doesn't show. Like if I go to your profile, it does not show that you found a cache in Washington.
So the API is usually looking at the actual name of the states that is associated with it, and not the coordinates. But if you mail me the link to it, I can go in and I've got editing permissions, and I can go in and checker? I can go ahead and take a look at the checker itself and see what the API is pulling.
I'm going to send it to you right now then while I'm thinking of it.
Okay. Thank you, Team Demp. Jesse's going to try to fix this. And for everybody else,
we'll keep you posted.
We'll keep you posted. Let them know if it works or not. But everybody, you want to take a shot at it. Again, what he said to do is go into that either GC8 Neat or GC8 Frog and set the correct coordinates to the location where you log the cache. So, whatever mega you are at. Ian, Mr. Know-It-All, says checkers are pulling data from the cache listing, not corrected coordinates or anything.
Well, yeah, the API itself will pull it from whatever is in their database, whatever is in Project GC's database with regards to its coords.
But I also wonder if you can set it to ignore specific cache types, have it ignore location lists.
Right. There could be some details about that, and I'll look into the API, and it might be something that might just need to be touched up with that particular checker, or a new checker written that handles it. So I'll look into it.
Okay,
cool.
Next up, we've got from Flowers22. It says, I learned about CacheTour.no on your podcast a while ago. Good old Cache Tour. Jesse said there was a way to incorporate ALs and see each stage and possibly the questions. I can't figure out how to use this feature. Do you know of a tutorial or offer tips on how to make it work?
Mm.
Jesse,
Is that still working? Because the Groundspeak hid the APIs for the locations with regards to the points in the lab caches. So that might have broken it.
Well, as of right now, the website, the Lab to GPX, does still work. So I don't know how it's working and
Okay.
how it's. I was quite surprised.
Okay, so
But
it
it
was down
does.
for a while at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it is working, and I have a link to it in the show notes. And one of the options in your output format is to set it to, you can do like a GPX file, you can do a zip file. You have a few different options on your output. And one of the options is a cachetour.no bulk add waypoints. So you go through, you set your location, you set all your criteria on what you're looking for, your distance, how many you want it to find. You run it, and it will download a file, and that setting creates a CSV file. So then what you do is you have to open the CSV file. Make sure you don't allow it to open in Excel, because you need to make sure that the semicolon delimiters are still there. So you have to open it in like some sort of text editing, so like Notepad or something similar, and copy all of that. And then go to cachetour.no and create a trip, or add it to an existing trip. Go into one of your trips and go up at the top. One of the drop down menus is waypoints. And then within that, one of the menu items is bulk add waypoints. So you'll open that, and it will, there'll be a text entry box. Just paste that entire CSV file into the bulk add waypoints and upload it. And there you go. Now you have all your waypoints in cachetour.no. Done. Not terribly difficult.
So what is
It's
that? 1,
just-
2, 3, 4, 5 steps. No, 4 steps basically.
Yeah, 4 steps.
So, and again, they are on the
Okay.
show notes. If you go to our show notes for tonight's episode, Jessie, she basically just read what are in our show notes. So you don't have to write it down.
Don't write it down. Just go to the show notes. The link is there. Step by step is there.
Yep.
I tried
On our
to
website.
make it pretty easy, and it's not terribly difficult. It's just a few steps.
Yeah.
So, and then you can also add other waypoints to that trip as well. You can add regular ones as well.
Yes. So we can't guarantee how long it's going to last, but as of today, September 1st, it works. Jessie literally did it today.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah. So it works as of today. There's Jeeps wanting to go out.
So what's the name of the website that you're using for to get the labs to coordinates?
I will put a link in the show notes. I mean, in the chat room. Oops. Copy that, because it's just a whole bunch of letters that don't mean anything to me. Oh, I guess it does mean. I guess it,
GCUtils.
GCUtils.de. Yeah, geez. Now stop. I looked at it now. Yeah, so GCUtils.de /lab to GPX /
pound sign.
hashtag.
It's a pound sign. It's a pound sign.
It's a hashtag.
I'm a Gen Xer. It's a pound sign.
I'm a Zennial.
Chad, shame on you. You know better. Even the lady says hit the pound sign on the
It's a
On a
pound.
phone, it's a pound
No,
sign.
Colin
It's,
Studios.
it's a pound sign.
I know. I'm just kidding. It's a number sign.
It's a
Oh no, pound. Don't say no. Now that's even worse than hashtag.
What is that? What is a hashtag? Can we go off topic for 1 second? What is a hashtag? What makes it a hashtag?
Well, a hash is a
It's like a
is a
hash.
mark.
The pattern's like a hash, that hashing mark was used by the British at the ports where they're checking the cargo manifests and stuff. That's where and it was to indicate I think numbering or something like that, and that's where it became pound because it was a quantity.
Really?
Some old manifesting terminology, and it was used in their books.
Glenn's so old, he's saying it's a tic-tac-toe grid. Glenn showing the age there. Yes. Okay. All right. I just don't get the
Latin libra pondo, the basic unit of weight in the Roman Empire. And that's where they got their name for pound. But then it was also used in the LB, and but with a little mark through it that eventually became kind of like what we see it today, was used in the denoting of weights and measurements in their logging of in the ports of call. Sorry.
So, but why did Twitter call it a hashtag?
They got to be different.
Whoa, and that's stuck. That's top it all off. I mean, because we look at that as Gen Xers and we see pound.
Pound. It's a pound key on the telephone,
and that's the only place you ever saw it. Or right. it was in front of a number.
But funny, we call the asterisk on the phone a star key.
That's a star key, yes. Right.
But it's really an asterisk.
Hey Chad, Jim RKY says hashtag comes from the programmer culture. Would refer to the symbol as the hash, not the pound sign. I don't remember that. I've never heard of that.
But you don't even use that in hashing. That's the funny thing. Sorry, going off topic here.
As I said, we're going totally off topic, but we're deep diving the hashtag, which is somewhat related.
Someone put out a puzzle. The
really?
history of the hash. No, I'm saying somebody should.
Oh, the history of the hashtag.
Be geocaching related. Somebody put out a puzzle on the history of the hashtag.
Yeah.
Pound sign versus hashtag fight.
Yeah.
That's the name of the puzzle. That's gonna be the name of the puzzle.
All right. Here we go. Next up, Curiosity Girl says, "Hi, Scott, Chad, and Jesse. Thanks for another awesome episode. Being an Ontario geocacher, the new souvenir promotion had me a little intimidated with winter geocaching. But thanks to Cachly's filtering and highlighting features, I've been able to pre-plan each month's trips. I filtered for caches available in winter and then chose a color COLOUR from Canada, adorable, to represent each month and highlighted enough appropriate caches to fulfill each month's requirements. I've also created an offline list for each month. If all goes well, I should be able to get all of the souvenirs. Good luck to everyone reaching the peak." And then she sent me an update because that was like the beginning of September. Mm-hmm. She sent me an update and said, she just sent me this, I think today or yesterday. She says, "The scoring for September has been announced, and I'm grateful to say that my system is picking enough caches using the lowest score possible works. I feel even more confident that I'll get all the souvenirs, weather permitting, of course. I'm grateful to say that my system of picking enough caches using the lowest score possible works." Okay. All right. So what she did works. She's choosing a color to represent each month and highlighted enough appropriate caches. Okay. So she's basically doing the Jesse Brown method. She's coloring caches for the month, right? Is that what she's doing? In Cachly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
So she knows which caches to get in what month.
She doesn't go grab. So she doesn't go grab one that's going to be an easy to grab in February, when it's nice and weather's nice and everything, and you don't have a foot of snow or several
Right.
feet of snow out.
She's also
Right.
banking on the fact that cash won't go MIA too. She's
True.
banking on that. Well, I mean, you let a cash sit for 6 months, it could be gone in 6 months.
But the secret to that is signing a crap ton of challenge caches, and then don't log them, and then when you need them, you start logging them.
Right.
Right.
I just looked at mine and said, "Oh, I got like 6 banked right now that I can log."
Jesse does look. She's like, I got all these banked. I'm like, I probably have them too if you've got them. She's like, you
Uh-huh.
have them. It's just
Yeah. I think he
I got-
qualified when we found him.
I'm gonna be picking up about 50 or more
50, right.
next during going caching. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not till October. So September was just announced, the numbers
Well,
needed.
Has it started yet?
No, it doesn't start
It
until
starts
September 6th.
6th. So
Yeah, we have
when does
four
it when
days.
does it end? Does
When
it
does what
say
end?
September's.
September's?
Let me click on the link here. I just have the overview.
I'm
September
try-
6th. Well, I think it's the 6th of each month, isn't it? So it'd be September
No.
6th through October 5th, or it's the first Monday. I
Is
think
it
it's the first
Monday.
Monday. So that would be
Okay.
October 4th. Is
So
the first Monday.
So then I should actually have both September and October done at going caching.
Oh, nice.
Wow. Yeah.
So
We're gonna have to cash, Jess. We'd
yeah. So here's September's. So this starts September 6th. Collect 325 points for the base camp souvenir and 4,892 points for the summit souvenir.
okay.
And then the point values are a little bit different. So this month, for example, remember it was 600 points for a multi-cache, 350 for an adventure lab, 450 for an earth cache, 500 for a mystery, and 325 for any other find.
I do.
So this for September, it's 600 points for a cache with 10 or more favorite points, 500 for an earth cache, 450 for an adventure lab.
Is that per? Is that
Yeah,
Get
that's
out.
per stage. 450 for a multi-cache, 350 for a mystery, and 325 for any other found it log.
Can't
So it's a little bit
downright
different.
mysteries like that.
Yeah. So a little different. So favorite points are higher, earth caches are higher, and adventure labs are higher.
I guess we're hunting adventure labs this month, Jess.
Okay. And yeah, absolutely.
And puzzles.
Yeah. So it doesn't start until Monday, though. So that's unfortunate for everyone going on trips over Labor Day weekend.
Right?
All right.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah, totally. And wait, isn't there a mega this weekend? Isn't there a mega this weekend? Oh no. Oh, so sorry. But you got a consolation prize. Guess what it is, Chad?
What's that? Get to do
What's
more
the-
caches?
No. Come on, my humor. What is it? What's the consolation prize?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna say it because
God, I can't even read your mind right now either.
consolation prize is COVID.
Oh,
Oh. You can take your consolation prize.
don't say that. You're gonna jinx yourself. You know that.
I know. I totally know that.
Please don't.
I know. I won't. Don't worry. Okay, let's go. Continue with the email.
wait.
Oh.
Here's a good point in the chat room. Find them when you can. Log them when you need them.
That's right. Oh,
Hey,
the
we
old.
would never endorse that.
No, I do not
Maybe.
endorse that at all. No, but then do as I say.
Well, like I said, just sign the challenge caches when you need them, and then go check them when when you can, and then go check them when you need them.
Right.
Right. Yes. Okay. Next up, Friday with his FRYDAY 516 says, "Hey GCPC, I've been listening to the old episodes of the show and came across a Cache or Coffee where you discussed archiving caches to refresh the game board." Oh, that's a while ago. Remember that one?
Yeah,
That was a long time
Boy.
ago.
Yeah. I have two comments I want to add.
I think we had differing opinions on that one.
I think we did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Number one, What if they implemented a sort of rating system? 5 stars for an awesome location or cache/location to 1 star for a simple LPC. Thought I should put a cache there. Cache. That's funny. If the air quote moving average rating of the cache falls below a certain threshold, it is automatically archived. This would get rid of garbage caches and hopefully inspire more creativity and continued care from cache owners. Wait, so I'm trying to understand this. 5 stars for an awesome cache to a 1 star for a simple LPC. If the moving average rating of the cache falls below a certain threshold, but like if it's already a 1, how is it going to fall below a 1? Am I being confused about this?
It would
I think
always
he's
be a
suggesting
1, but
people are voting on it because, yeah, it's an LPC. I'm going to give it a 1. It doesn't have a rating to start out with, so it's what people start giving it.
I would rate all
But
the caches that I want gone as a
Yeah,
1 just to
that
eventually just to get them off the
yes,
board, but that doesn't mean that they should go away.
exactly. That's a system to be abused.
Oh, it would definitely.
I already have those wheels spinning in my head on how I could maneuver that to my advantage.
There would be a lot of sock puppet accounts.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah, I
Say
didn't even
that.
think of that. Yes. Oh, Chad, look at you
Yeah.
thinking ahead there.
Yeah. But I mean, I get the I get the point. I mean, I understand like where they're coming from, and
In
yeah,
a perfect
yes
world.
and
In a
no.
perfect
Right, but the problem then is now you're forcing somebody to archive a cache, but the cache is still there because the owner is not going to go out and pick it up.
garbage. Yeah, now it's
So
garbage.
now
yeah.
there's garbage out there,
Yes. Or
you
two,
know.
depending on how you look at it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What else?
All right. Number 2. See, he says this will get rid of garbage caches, but would it? It wouldn't, because they would still be there. Is what would happen.
Right now it's just trash. It's not a garbage cache. Now it's just trash.
It would take it off the board, but now you'd have trash under skirts.
Here, my Thiesenvitz goes, and then something like Mingo gets archived because other than being pretty old, it's a pretty basic cache. He's not lying. Dude, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Right. And Scott has a good point here. There's no guarantee that better caches would replace them. An LPC in a Walmart parking lot is just going to be replaced by another LPC in a Walmart parking lot.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a early 2001 cache here. One that I found when I first moved here. It's that I drove all the way out there, and I was completely disappointed. But I wouldn't want that cache to go away. But it would definitely fall into the category of this should be replaced or this should be archived, and
Right.
I wouldn't want that archived
Right.
just for the date.
Right. And to the next point here, he's talking about Scott asked when a cache is air quote too old to be archived. Remember that conversation, Chad?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Scott asked when a cache is too old to be archived. In my opinion, not mine, that's his. A cache should not be kept active solely because of the date it was placed. Let me explain. There is a cache near me that is found often due to the date it was placed, helping people complete a Jasmer. The problem is, over the years, it has been replaced multiple times, often community maintenance, and its coordinates were even updated to a location over 300 feet away from the original hiding spot due to a construction project. To me, this is not the original cache, and it should have been archived. Just because it's old doesn't mean it shouldn't be put down. Call me a hater, but I do think we geocachers often focus too much on the numbers and challenges.
Hater.
Thoughts on that, Chad?
Hater.
Hater. Hashtag.
No,
On-time hater.
There is a point where you do not want too many of the really old caches to disappear. Period.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, community maintenance, whether it needs to be moved 300 feet because things have changed, there's been construction, etc., etc. You know, to keep it alive. Yeah, I'm for keeping the old caches alive.
See, and I don't want to rehash this whole conversation we had. It was a while ago, but still, like, what's too old? Where's the point? Where's that line, Chad? Like I say, I have a cache that I put out in 2008. It's still here. It's still alive. I don't close it. I don't shut it down because it's from 2008. You know, that's the only reason I keep it alive. I hate it, and it
I
goes
think
missing all the time. But
I,
it's
I think it's a shifting line. Where that should be is a shifting line, because as we get deeper and deeper into the years, some of those older ones, some of the question was, is it 2002 and earlier?
2008, 12 years old
but
already.
but
12-year-old
but now some of the,
13.
we've lost a lot of the 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. And if we just let them all start decaying, then at some point you got to look at it and it's like, ooh, our numbers are down. We need to preserve some of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know. Then that's everybody's which way. Jesse, which way are you? I don't remember which way you slid.
Yeah,
Opinion.
I hate to see old caches archived. You know,
Wait,
especially like
define
the
old
early
cache.
years.
Yeah,
Well, I
define.
mean like the early years. I would say from like 2000 to 2005.
Mhm.
Those should, I think, you know, figure out a way to keep them around. Um, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's funny. I look at caches from like, you know, 9 years ago. They don't seem that old to me because I was caching then.
Right.
You
But
know,
Right.
and I
Right.
think it's also, I think it's, you know, relative. You look at like the percentage of caches from each year, and obviously those years that have the lower percentage of total caches, I feel like those should maybe be helped. They should stick around. I don't know. That's just me.
I don't think the guy who put out Beverly even caches anymore.
No,
I think
I don't
that's
think so
been
either.
community maintenance a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's what GC 28 or something like that, right? The
Right.
109. Yeah, because I remember. Oh God, oh my God, 2010, 11 years ago already. He was at the the 10 parties that were either of you caching then? Chad, you were.
No.
I started like
Yes,
the
Mr.
week
Tom.
after 10. Yeah.
So we had parties, there was 10 parties. And at one of ours in Chicago, they had a hard time tracking the guy down who created Beverly, but they did, and he was actually at the event. And he was awkward, and nobody knew who he was because he barely cashed. He didn't cash anymore. He hadn't cashed for years at that point. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Unfortunately, I apologize. But I can't. I mean, that was 11 years ago. I can't imagine he cashes. Started cashing again or anything. So yeah. Is that okay, Jesse? In your mind, for community maintenance to keep Beverly going, if the cashier doesn't do it himself? I guess where's that line drawn? Should
Right.
community maintenance happen, or if the cashier's not cashing, then it's gone?
I think if the cashier's not cashing, then if someone is willing to adopt it, then mandatory adoption should be allowed.
A mandatory via groundspeak or via who?
Groundspeak makes a decision to allow it to be adopted out, even though that the cache owner never gave permission.
Okay. Scenario.
Because right now groundspeak will not adopt out a cache without the permission of the owner. The only exception that I know of is the ape cache down in Brazil was adopted out after sorry, I forget his name, but he passed away.
Yeah, the guy who died. And that was my point being, what if somebody dies? You can't get a hold of that guy. Then what happens? We don't have like a full adoption if I die thing, kind of like Facebook has, where like if I die, Jesse has access to my Facebook. Like we don't have that in Groundspeak. Doesn't have that for us. What happens if I die? Do all my caches go away? They can't get adopted out.
They will over time wind up being archived by current policies.
Third way. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Once it goes missing, it stops being.
Right. So it's either community maintenance or to keep it alive, or we wind up getting archived because they will not adopt it out.
Yeah. Oh, only 104 caches from 2000 worldwide left. Wow, that's crazy. And you got to figure there probably wasn't that many put out in 2000. I mean, that seems like a lot. That seems like all of 2000. Seriously, how
Right.
many caches do you think were put out in 2000? You
Right.
know,
And only
maybe
half the
300,
year because
400?
it was May,
Right.
so
Right.
half the year.
There's a number that have been archived. So
Okay.
Right
Anyway,
here, Ian
Oh, sorry.
says, put something on your profile that says basically leave a public will on your profile. Who gets your stuff?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, what else?
yeah,
could-
but Ian, are you gonna put a public will out there? I mean,
I think Jesse knows my
mean,
password. Don't you
Pretty
know
sure I know his password. I could probably figure it out.
I only have like 3. 100. Okay, let me finish this. Anyway, love the show. I frequently listen to episodes while I work, and always see, and I do it for you, kid. I make sure this is why I don't do video, because I know what it's like to work, and always love to hear everyone's take on different parts of the game. Keep up the good work, and thanks for the podcast. Who's that from? That's from Friday. Thanks, buddy. That's good. Good talking points there. Well done. So yeah, so I don't know what the answer is, because my point being, scenario being, was that, like, for example, Chad, if, like, when I was talking to Brian Roth that one time about a geocaching name, like, if somebody like has the name, once you have that name, once somebody takes a name, a geocaching name, okay, like Taz 427, and say you stop caching, you don't cache for 20 years, okay? 20 years from now, you haven't logged in 20 years, okay? 20 years from now, somebody can't take your name. The only way they can get your name is if you give them your name. That's the only way.
That's reasonable to me.
Even if you haven't logged in 20 years.
Yeah.
You say that's still reasonable. And you're not a premium member. You haven't logged in 20 years. You've found like 6 caches. What if you only found like 6 caches? Still reasonable?
Still reasonable. You still have all your stats, all your information out there, potentially caches that are still potentially active. Yeah.
What if you have no caches?
You still have all your stats and stuff.
Okay.
So the other person wind up effectively stealing your stats?
I don't know.
Do your stats disappear?
But you can give it away.
Should your stats disappear?
They would disappear, but you can give it away. It's the only way you can transfer a name is if you give it to somebody.
And I believe that's reasonable.
Yeah, it's interesting. But even 20 years. I talked to Brian Roth about this. That's why, guys, that's how I know this. I talked to Brian. Oh, nice. That's how I know that. So now we're looking at, so Chad, so now let's look at it from the same way with a cache too old to be archived. Like, when is it okay? So if somebody dies, okay, or say the cacher, okay, so say a cacher like example being Beverly. He doesn't cache anymore. He has a cache in 10 years, 15 years now, or maybe even 20 years. Okay. So if we can't get a hold of him to adopt that cache out, but that cache goes missing, according to Friday, this should be archived.
But and I'm saying adopt it out, and maybe there's a stipulation
How do you adopt
in there.
out?
Cache by blah blah blah, adopted and maintained by so and so.
They already does that when you do adopt it out. It already does say that.
The new cache owner can completely replace that.
Why would Groundspeak have the authority to not take a name that somebody hasn't used in 20 years, but be able to take somebody's cache and give it to somebody else without contacting that person, whether they be dead or just not even want to cache anymore? Where does that line draw?
I think that line is drawn right there
Right there. You
at the
think it's
cache.
okay for them to not take a name, but it's okay for them to take a cache. They can take
Yeah.
your property, which is basically what it is. I guess property. Yeah, it's your
Wasn't your name like intellectual property?
intellectual property. Get a lawyer on you, and yeah, they're stealing from.
If they have with that, they have the opportunity to return that cache back to the previous owner, if that cacher comes back and decides to cash in and do it. They're not going to have that opportunity with someone's cache statistics and information. And
I see what you're saying.
breaking all that apart is going to be next to impossible.
Fair enough.
Have cash fosters, foster owners.
Foster.
Scott, do you want to pull that call in?
I have a call. I don't have
Yeah.
a call. I don't see a call.
Really?
Oh,
That's
there
weird.
he is. I'm
Okay.
standing in my mouth. GSM times 2. Hello, sir.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. How are you, sir?
So, I am doing fantastic. You guys are talking about something near and dear to my heart. One thing, and I posted it a couple times here in chat, but you didn't put it up.
Sorry.
Brian Ross recommends that you put something in there, like right in your profile. In case of my death, or I'm this is what I put. In case of my death, or I am inactive from geocaching.com for 365 consecutive days, I am giving GCHQ permission to unilaterally offer my geocaches for adoption. And according to Brian Roth, if we put that in our profile, if I died, they can choose to unilaterally adopt them out.
Really?
Yeah, because Brian's. I don't think he said it was the clearinghouse, but they're essentially the clearinghouse. They're not the owners. And Brian being a lawyer, he possession is important to him.
Mhm.
So they're not going to give them out because they don't own them. But yeah, so that's one way to do it. And and I think you could probably also, if you wanted to stick it in there, and if I'm not using my account name, you can I'll take my account name away. I would be very hesitant to do that for 365, but
Right.
yeah, but if I die, yeah. So anyways, there's Brian's advice for how to avoid that situation.
Interesting.
That,
Okay.
or let somebody who you trust have your password, and then they
Trust
can
is the key word.
adopt them.
I trust my wife today.
Yeah. Well, she probably has your password anyway.
She knows them all. Don't worry. Yes. Interesting. Thank you, Scott. That's
So,
interesting.
yeah,
I did not know that.
and the same thing, and then, if they know who the cache owner of Beverly is, somebody should be contacting them and say, please let us adopt this. Let me adopt this. Because Chaz is absolutely right. We need to have our geocaches, the pieces of the game board have to be in the hands of active, responsible geocachers. The game is better when that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that would be an absolute shame if like all the 2000 caches went away, or 2001, whichever ones. That'd be an absolute shame.
Absolutely. And I mean, and GCHQ, they understand that they're being community maintained. They're, look the other way because they are important. But it would be nice if they could, if they could get in touch with those geocachers and say, could somebody who is currently active and responsible adopt that out?
Thanks, GSM times 2. Always good to hear from you, buddy.
Always good to hear from you. Thanks for taking my call. You guys have a great night.
Be well, sir. We'll talk soon.
Always. Bye-bye.
Bye. Chad.
I think geocaching.com could put in the terms and agreements that on the event of blah blah blah, and having been absent for 365 days, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. That you give up the right to the caches, and they can be adopted out. I think something like that could be put into the terms of and agreements, terms of service. That's just my opinion.
I don't know. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah. Oh, see here. Here we go. So let's go to KC here. KC_11 says KC11 was already taken. The person created their account 10/22/11, and last activity was 10/24/11. Not a big deal, but I wish I could have had the name. So I have a stupid underscore in my name. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's here's the thing,
Yeah.
and so like I've my geocaching name is Scott Burks. It's not a big secret. When I say like this is Scott Burks, and I say shorted it's and I say Taz, I'm not being like I'm using my own name. No, that's my caching name.
Mhm.
So I there's only one name I would ever change it to. One. And somebody's got it. And they have not logged in like 10 years. And they found like 6 caches. And so I went to Brian Roth because I access to Brian Roth. And I said,
Right.
Brian, what can I do to cat this caching name? This guy hasn't logged in 10 years. He has 6 caches. He's not caching, clearly. And Brian said, there's nothing I could do. He goes, unless you email this guy and say, hey, can I have the name? There's nothing we could do. And I even emailed the guy and said, hey, I love this name. I see you're not caching anymore. Any chance I can have it? Never. Totally ghosted me. So I'll never have it. I guess I'll just have my name forever.
They probably don't even use the email address that was
Right.
used
That's
anymore. I mean, that's the problem.
It could have been a throwaway. Yeah.
So I guess I'm lucky that over 20 years ago I chose Taz 427 as my online persona in everything. Xbox, PlayStation, forums. If you see Taz 427 out there,
it's me.
So
Scott Brooks gives up his name. I'm taking it. Nice. No, if I ever give up my name, I would sneakily replace it and then quickly make another account with Scott Burks is what I would do. That's much like my friend Walt Grogan did. He did that too. He gave up his name and then he created a new name and then went back and got his old name under a, I guess, sock puppet account, for lack of a better term, with zero fines. But no, it's not going to happen because I can't get the name. So I will be that name. So that's all. Yeah. So.
And you're not going to tell us, are you, what it is?
No, I'm not going to tell you. No.
I'll get shorty.
Jesse, even know. Jesse, do you know what it is?
I can't remember. I know.
See, nobody knows what it is.
But I can't remember. I'll think of it.
Yeah, you will.
I
got one more email, chat, and it's anonymous. And this is an interesting email. And I debated reading it or not, but I'm going to read it because I think it's very interesting. And I think this goes to show you how you got to cover your tracks, kids. Cover your tracks. You ready, Chad?
Yep.
I had an interesting experience with Reach the Peak promotion. I got a message from Geocaching to encourage me to participate by showing me how many points my friends on Geocaching had. Did you get this email, Chad?
I didn't get this email, no.
Jesse, did you get this email?
It was like right at the beginning or like a week in or something like that. I don't know. I wonder if the listeners did. Did you get an email like right towards the beginning of Reach the Peak that said like, here's what your friends have found and here's where you are. Go get it. I kind of think so,
maybe.
because I hadn't found anything at that point.
Sounds like something they would do. It really does.
Yeah.
One was someone I brought into geocaching when we started dating on that list. One on that list, he means. One was someone I brought into geocaching when we started dating. She had a lot of points, which I thought was unusual since she didn't like the cache alone. I was glad to see she was doing some on her own, so I decided to look at the caches she had found.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, do you see where this is going?
Yeah. Cyber stalking.
I noticed there was a new cacher finding the same caches the same day.
Shock.
After reading a few logs, I discovered that it wasn't just a coincidence. It was a shock when I realized what had happened. but thanks to geocaching, I learned something I should have known quite a while back. And now my friends list has one less member. Oh, man. That's a tough way to find out, huh?
Yeah.
Jeff,
I don't have a problem. My wife doesn't. My wife doesn't cash.
Yep, Jesse, I'm gonna start stalking your numbers, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
You know where I am all the time.
Who's this?
I do. I know where you're all the
I'm the same caches that you are.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Jesse's gonna
and-
check mine. She's just gonna check mine. You know what she's gonna find?
Borg.
That's what she's gonna find.
Right. Right. But if you can figure that out by reading the logs, clearly they were like saying, "Oh, that I found it with that person," which
Mhm.
that's kind of their fault,
Out on a wonderful hike with my boyfriend. Blah blah. blah.
right?
Brutal. Yeah, that's that's not being very discreet. I don't know what you were what you're thinking. You know, even if you were trying to hide it, maybe don't log it the same day, or it's just.
I don't see why if they broke up. I don't see why she should have to attempt to hide it. So
No, they were together at the time. Now they're broken up.
hang on.
No, he found out.
She was not only cash cheating.
She was all
That's
across the board.
a whole new definition to cash cheating.
Cash
right?
cheating. Yeah.
Okay. I was making the false assumption that they had already.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I think now they are.
Yeah. Okay. Now that's bad. I guess if my wife saw the logs that I people I've cached with, I've cached with a lot of female cachers.
Yeah.
All of whom I believe are married. So
this is terrible. He indirectly brought 2 new cashers into the game. Oh, come on, it's Nolan. Come on. Got some heart. You know what, dude? You're better off without her. Well done. If that's the way she's going to be, you're better off. Keep your head up, kid. Keep your head up. All right. Anything else, Chad or Jesse? It is 9:36. Sorry to end on such a sourpuss note, but it was an interesting email. Thank you for sharing it, anonymous.
Definitely.
Just goes to show you. Be careful, kids. Be careful. Next week, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
We got Merlin 1392 coming on the show. Good old Merlin.
Awesome. Oh yeah.
From Michigan. We're talking about scuba caching, Chad.
Mhm.
Scuba caching. That's next week. I've never done it, Chad. I am assuming you don't know how to scuba. I'm going to assumption here.
I've tried to get Patty certified twice, and each time I got an inner ear infection before I was to take my free water dive. So
no, you don't scuba.
I have never been certified. I know how, but I've never been fully certified.
I'm assuming you've never scuba cached. For the record.
No, I have found caches below sea level though.
Oh.
In water below sea level.
I have found some in water. I've found one like I went for one deep in Lake Michigan. I DNF'd it. The water was too murky. So we're gonna learn from Merlin all about it. So that's next week's show, guys. Scuba caching with Merlin 1392. That's next week. Everybody have an awesome Labor Day.
Yep.
We're gonna have some fun, Chad. We are gonna have some fun. I'm not saying what we're doing, but Jesse and I are gonna have some fun. We're gonna make some nice videos this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So we'll talk about it next week. But surprise for you guys. If you want to follow us on social media, I guess that's a spoiler alert. You can see all about it. But yeah, that's about it. All right, guys. Chad, Jesse, thank you so much. Another cache copy in the books. Guys, be well, be safe. We'll talk to you guys next week. Let's close this show out here. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archived video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel. and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click on the subscribe or get notified button to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you get a ton of additional information, extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Suds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, and PathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. So we'll see you next week, talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. I'm going to talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. Oh, my goodness. Chad never gone scuba caching, huh?
Nope.
Oh, Casey Levin's going to Springfield this weekend, hitting the Route 66.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot over there. That'd be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Everybody have awesome time at Megas this weekend. Have fun. That'd be fun. The Mega. So yeah, that trail one's going live this weekend, right? That's live this weekend. That what's it called?
Which
In Georgia. That one.
the Geo Tour?
The Geo is that the Geo Tour
No,
one?
CoinFest. CoinFest, I think, is this weekend.
Is that this weekend? Where's that?
Yeah, in Kansas.
That's in Kansas.
And then also the Tri-Cities in Washington. Oh, and Georgia. Oh my gosh, wait, there's three. I'm looking at the list right now. Yeah, so GeoCoinFest, the Tri-Cities, and the Agri-Tours.
Agri-Trail, the agriculture. Yeah. Agro-farming. Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got the maze too, right? Yeah, they got the maze.
Mm-hmm.
The Jackson County Agro-Tourism Geo Trail. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so 3 megas this weekend. And
Wow.
we're not going to any of them.
We're not going for just spoiler alert. We're not going to any of them. Yeah, we will not be at a mega. Although we got a shot at one of them, but we're not.
Yeah,
going.
I don't think we're gonna make that.
No. We'll be in the vicinity of it.
We'll wave.
We'll wave at you. Hi. So yeah. All right, Chad.
Sir.
Have a good Labor Day, kid.
All right, you too.
Have fun, guys. We'll talk to you guys next week. Be well and be safe. All right. Oh wait, what's this? One in Ohio going active this weekend. One what?
A scuba cache?
No. I don't know.
A mega?
Mega?
No, it can't be a mega going active this weekend.
Well, maybe the page is posting for next year or something.
I don't think so. Glenn, what are you talking about? It's Glenn Morden. What is he talking about? Does he say? I don't know.
Scuba's in
he is-
Ohio,
he
maybe in a
is-
really deep lake. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any scubas in Lake Michigan. Although technically it is. There's one right off the beach in Evanston. That's the one I DNF'd.
Oh, a Geo Tour
A
is
Geo
going
Tour.
active.
Oh.
A Geo Tour.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, guys. Be well. Be safe. We'll talk to you. Bye-bye. Be well.
Bye-bye.